friends to my kitchen. Benvinti alla mia cucina. I have a lot of people sick around my house, so I decided to make a caldo verde. But this is going to be a different caldo verde, that it's not a tradition. It's something I make here when I need them to get nutrients without them knowing. I used to make this for my kids. When my kids were home and they were sick, I used to make this, and they wouldn't even know there's vegetables or what's in it. So I have here some potatoes, some baby carrots, because that's what I had, one whole onion, and maybe about 10 cloves or 6 or 7 cloves, large cloves of garlic. And I'm gonna make it with chicken stock, because like I said, I want this to be more nutrition. So I'm gonna speed it up with vegetables. So I'm gonna put all this in my pot, and I'm gonna boil this first. So I don't want nobody come and say this is not a traditional caldo verde. No, it's not. This is a caldo verde in my house when people are not feeling good and I want them to feel better. A little bit of pepper, black pepper, and I'm gonna put some Portuguese olive oil, and then some chicken stock. I have more ingredients I need to get. I just decided this at last minute. My husband woke up not feeling good, and I know my in-laws, this will be something that they would like. They love this soup, and if I can boost it up in nutrients, I'm gonna do it. And then there's another friend that is senior that I help out. I'm gonna take some to her. I'm gonna get some more water for this. Okay, so maybe another cup of water. And we're gonna bring this, gonna cook this until the potatoes are tender and the carrots. And then we're gonna blend all this. So now I'm gonna pick some kale. I got a lot of kale, and that's what made me think of making a caldo verde, because I got so much kale and I can't get over, so that's what I'm gonna do. These are for my caldo verde, and the rest I'm gonna put them to the chickens. I need to. Okay, friends, I have my kale that I've been soaking. I took the rib, that big rib, because it's very fibrous, so you don't want that. And I washed them, soaked them in water real good. And now I'm gonna pile them on top of each other. And then I'm gonna cut it as fine as I can with my knife. I'm gonna roll it into a roll like this, and then I'm gonna slice it. Let's see, can you see me? And I'm gonna slice as fine as I can. You don't need special tools for this. A sharp knife and patience, that's all you need. So I have so much kale because I haven't been using it. You know, in the winter we make soups, we make different things, but in the summer we eat very light. So we haven't been using, the ones who's been eating it's been my chickens, but even that, they're getting tired of eating a lot of kale. So anyway, so I soak my kale real good just to make sure there's no impurities, and sometimes you find little bugs. That's the ones I picked and threw to the chickens. They like those. So anyway, so I'm gonna continue so anyway, and my garden is still not done. It's halfway finished. He was gonna finish this weekend, but he got sick, so another week or two. So I'm gonna continue cutting this, the kale, and then hopefully the potatoes will be done by then, and then I'll show you what's the next step. Okay friends, my potatoes, my carrots, everything is cooked. So now I'm gonna use my immersion blender and blend all Be very careful, this is very hot. You want this puree smooth. If you don't have immersion blender, you can always do on your blender. Okay, I think everything is blended well. And that's what we want. We want this all blended, pureed, like this. See? Okay, so now I'm gonna turn the stove back on. Want your kale as fine as you possibly can. See? And I have a lot of kale here. I'm gonna do in batches because there is a lot of kale. And to have a good caldo verde, you need a lot of kale. So I'm gonna keep mixing this. And I'm gonna add a little bit more water. I'm gonna add 4 more cups of water. I don't want this too thick. I want it thin. Okay, that kale went down already. I'm gonna put more kale. And don't be alarmed thinking, oh my gosh, that's a lot of kale, because it will shrink. So when you do plenty of kale. This is one delicious soup. I'm gonna freeze some containers for my friend, so she'll have something in the freezer when she needs it. Those are things as people get older, they don't eat as healthy, so we gotta help them out. We're all gonna get there. So, and all that kale is in here. I'm gonna taste this for salt, because I only put a teaspoon of salt, so it's gonna need more salt. And now I'm gonna let this cook until the kale is all cooked. And again, this is a caldo verde, my style, for healthy people. It needs a lot more salt. So I'm gonna put another 1.5 teaspoons of salt, some more black pepper, maybe about a 1/2 teaspoon, and a lot of olive oil, maybe a couple teaspoons. And then I already fried my linguica. This is linguica. I cut it into halves and I fry it, and then we're gonna serve with this. This is in a good consistency, so I'm gonna lower my stove and let this cook here for maybe about 30 minutes or until that kale is completely cooked. But this tastes delicious. My caldo verde has been cooking here for maybe about 20 minutes. And keep stirring. And now I'm gonna add the linguica. This is linguica that I fried. And I'm gonna fill up a little bit of water. Can't throw that away. Maybe another cup of water. And my caldo verde is done. Oh, it smells so good. So now I'm gonna divide this, some for my in-laws, some for my friend, for her to put in the freezer, and hopefully my husband will eat some, if he's up to it. Okay friends, my caldo verde is done. And it is so hot, but it smells so good I can't help it. It is so good, so delicious, and so filling with all those vegetables in there. And I know my in-laws are gonna appreciate this. And then I have 3 containers for my friend. This one she'll probably eat it tonight, and then these I'll put them in our freezer, so that way she always has something if she needs to pull it out. Anyway, so even though this is not a traditional caldo verde, it is something that I modified to fit what I need. I need these people that are sick to get healthy. So we got the kale, we got some carrots in there, and you could add any other vegetable. Just puree everything. They don't know it, and it'll be rich. And I use chicken stock instead of just water, like tradition caldo verde. So they won't know the difference, and it'll be healthier for them. So anyway, I already have recipes for caldo verde. This is just a modification because I needed to do. My husband is not feeling good, so hopefully you'll eat this. And then my in-laws and my friends. So when you're not feeling good, make a caldo verde. So, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do. Give me some thumbs up. Share my videos on your social media and with your friends and family. Until next time, let's get cooking.